Welcome back to another fun episode of Kin of Comedy. I'm your host, Jerrica.
I go by the name Dante Hill.
Tyler Harris Jr.
And before we get into it, y'all, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We have a wonderful guest today. We have Eva Evans in the house.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Brooklyn's own.
Brooklyn's
own.
Well,
Brooklyn.
So, hold on, let me explain.
Oh, Jamaica.
Oh.
Well, yes, I did live in Jamaica as a child, but I grew up in Jersey. I didn't come to Brooklyn until I was 16.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, I've lived here since I was 16, so.
It's in the
But I
accent.
just want to just
Yeah,
clarify.
you gotta do that.
Gotta
you gotta do
clarify.
that. Your people see this, they will eat you up if you don't clarify that word. That's real New York shit. I get it.
Don't meet me
Gotta do that.
outside.
Oh yeah, I would have caught it straight just for wearing the Knicks jacket.
What part of Jersey?
Englewood.
Inglewood.
And what part of Jamaica? Ocho Rios.
Oh, cool.
gee.
I went there.
Thank you for
I
being here.
drove
with
when
us.
I was there.
Girl, driving in Jamaica's mess.
I drove in
When were you out
Jamaica last year. Was last year? What's that? Last year.
Yeah. You go back home a lot?
Yeah, every year.
You have family out there still?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have friends. And,
Never been.
you know.
Have you
Yeah.
ever done comedy in Jamaica?
I did.
Ooh.
I produced a show out there where my cousin lived at because it's a very like poor area. So I'm like, I'm gonna put on a show for them because they've never seen live comedy ever. So I did that for them. That was in 2019.
Damn, how was that to put together? They had never seen it, or is it something that's just
Well,
not
it's something that you only
offered
see on TV. They never
Yeah. So it felt like a big deal.
They
to
barely
them?
had a TV. Actually, they all like chipped in and bought a TV for the local bar to watch
damn.
when I was on reality TV.
Oh wow.
They all pitched in to watch
I
because they
love
don't even have
that.
TV like that. Yeah, right.
So sweet.
I know.
So
But yes, I
definitely-
threw a show out there. That was lit.
Yeah.
It was interesting though because it's like I had to get permission from the Don of the area because you can just come in.
Wait, hold up.
Don,
Hold
it's
up.
crazy.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Wait.
Niggas got dons that...
Yeah, in Kingston,
Nigga,
yes,
Ronald
to this day they
Isley
have
pulled up and
Dons.
shit.
Oh.
This has nothing to do with the government. This is just like
Oh
the people
no, this
shit.
is the exact opposite of the government.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
This is the
This is
government that actually
Shotters.
matters. This is
Yeah,
like
this is the block.
yeah.
Like, yo, what y'all
yeah,
doing
they actually
over
run.
here?
They actually. Yeah.
It's like checking in.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
had to check in.
Yeah.
Is this the nigga that
All
like
respect.
in Shotta? Oh no, what is that?
I don't think it's the same
Belly
guy.
when DMX was in the limo with him.
Yeah,
Is
same
that the
vibe.
Don?
Like similar to the
Same vibe.
same
That's the
vibe.
Don?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I had to
that's
get permission
fire.
from him
Yeah.
to even do that, and then he said, "Yeah, but no cameras, no recording, no nothing like that." So I was like, "All right."
No, that's
So my cousin snuck and took a video of me, just my set, but other than that,
You
yeah.
booked other comedians?
I did. I got a girl. She was Canadian, but she moved to Montego Bay. She came and did 20 minutes. And I booked some other comedians, but they came too late. I'm like, we're not doing this on Jamaican time. Like,
So you let the
Yeah.
girl go and then you just did the rest of the
Yeah.
time?
Oh.
How did they perceive your American material?
Oh, yeah.
Jamaicans are very interesting.
Did you feel like you had to change your delivery a little bit to
That's my thing.
more
Like
patois?
anywhere I go, I try to just be myself. You know what I'm saying? I am Jamaican, so I can switch on and off with the patois, but I try to talk about like regular stuff, and I had to be like, I had to be like really Jamaican for them to. I'm like, God, y'all gotta open your mind up, son. Like y'all gotta. But yeah, Jamaicans want to hear about themselves. That's the thing.
Interesting.
I've heard a lot of comics say that about like the chitlin circuit too. Like they do like a lot of black rooms and they feel
Yeah,
like
black folk in general want to hear about themselves.
Nigga, them Queens rooms or them Jamaicans,
Yeah.
Yeah, always the Jamaican.
it's the
ones out
rudest
here.
audience
Yeah.
I've ever
Yeah.
experienced.
The
They
wildest,
don't
the
give
most
a
sure.
bunch.
fuck.
But if they love you out here,
Oh,
it's
that's
like-
what
Oh,
I'm
it's,
saying.
it's the love is like unreal.
you probably killing those rooms. Yeah,
I have a good time. I have a good time.
yeah.
But I can also bomb in them rooms because they can be like, "Oh, you're not Jamaican enough." Like, there's a thing with that too. I feel like, well, okay, whatever.
you can't
Yeah,
win.
as I look at my passport, my Jamaican passport. Okay, I'm not Jamaican enough.
you gonna tell me.
Right.
But let's get into your background a little bit. So you've been doing comedy. If I looked at this correctly, what is like 7-8 years?
Yeah. Next month makes 8 years.
Next month makes
Actually,
8.
wait, it's the end of October. It's like in a couple days.
Oh, damn.
Hey,
Dope.
I love
Do you
that.
think about it? I know we had Nico up here, and he
No.
thinks about his anniversaries a lot with
Who?
comedy. Nico White.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he thinks about his anniversaries a lot with comedy because it means a lot to him. You know how we
Yeah,
feel
no,
about it, which is dope.
yeah.
But,
He knew the exact date when we had him on here.
Now, see that I don't know the exact date. I just know it was early
Yeah, yeah.
November.
How do you feel like when you think back to the amount of time you've been doing it? Where do you feel like you are now compared to when you came into it?
I'm proud of myself for sure.
Yeah.
But then I also feel like you're not doing enough.
Mm.
I never want to feel like comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to always feel like pushed.
Yeah.
So I never like, even when I was on BT, I'm watching the episodes, I'm like already thinking about what's next. Like I'm already over that. It's on TV. It's done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you kind of have to. Like, I'm sure you and doing what you're doing and knowing a bunch of your peers, you see people who have, like, good runs and then it'll go dry for a minute and they don't know how to recover. Yeah. And I think a lot of people who are pursuing anything in the entertainment world kind of have a fear of that, you know, because you don't want to see some success. People see you doing well, then have them also see you kind of like.
But that's why you can't live by people, because after that reality show, I got offered another reality show, but I turned it down because I realized reality is just not the route that I want to take into the industry. So I'm like, even if it takes another 4, 5, 7, 10 years for me to get a scripted show, then that's what it takes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not fiending to prove to nobody nothing.
Yeah. I saw an interview you did with Emizi on Power 105.
Oh yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, shout out Emizi. He actually gave me my first radio spin ever. So shout out Emizi.
That's awesome.
But you had said that he was asking you how you felt about like movies and everything, right? And I remember you had said that you would do it, but it's not something that you were actively pursuing at the time. This was like 3 years ago, I think, because you wanted to make sure that you could hold your own on stage a certain way. Do you still feel like that, or because that was 3 years ago now, and I've seen you multiple times, and I know how you are on stage. So do you feel differently than that now?
I do. I don't even remember saying that shit.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
No, I got receipts, man. No, I believe you. No, I believe you. Trust me, I believe you. I was a dumb bitch 3 years ago. I was a dumb. Listen. But okay, so I would do movies for sure, but I'm never gonna not do stage time. Like that's
the bread and butter.
There's people who like they switch over to movies and they never go back to the stage. That's never gonna happening to me, my guy. Like that's a part of my mental health. You know what I'm saying? So I always have to hit that stage. But hell yeah, I'll do movies. I was a wild when I said that.
Have you been in anything? Do you have any
nothing that like wasn't straight to bootleg. No, I'm joking. No, in a movie? Nah.
My pops played Jay-Z in a bootleg. Definitely Dynasty, yeah. He didn't look nothing like Jay-Z. He was bald and shit. It was crazy.
He's 3 shades darker than Jay-Z.
3 shades darker. Well, I don't know who casted that shit.
I just feel like getting like a movie gig, a big gig, something like that would just be, it'll make stand-up more fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. That way you could just work shit. You not even have to,
and that's surviving on stand-up.
You know what I mean? You know how it is.
Yeah. That's a fact. But movies is definitely the goal. Yeah. For sure.
Well, walk us through your first open mic night that like led you to quitting your job so you can be full-time. Walk us through it.
Was it an open mic?
Yeah, my first time on stage? Yeah, it was at Broadway Comedy Club. I paid $5.
Me too.
You too?
So it was a bringer show. I had to bring like 8 people. I think I brought 4.
Oh, that was a bringer. No, I did like an open mic type show.
I did a bringer show.
Oh, yeah. Is your first show?
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know.
Wow.
What was weird about it?
I don't know. I guess that's not normal for your first. Like,
you know what I mean? You can take it any route. Like, there's no normal for this shit. That's one thing. Like, there's no normal for this.
They made you feel like that? It was like other comics? Like, oh, this nigga.
No, but just in hindsight, I just feel like you're not really. I mean, also at Broadway, they do this thing called Industry Night where a lot of people do their first 5 minutes and it's a bringer show. So you got to bring 5 people. They give you your tape. They critique you. They're like, yo, shit was ass. You know what I mean? I don't know what there was, like, it was just, I have a weird situation when I did mine because, like, my dad used to, like, teach classes at Broadway.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So it was like, I didn't know that.
It was like the guy called me, he was like, hey.
Right?
Talent?
He was like, you did a good job.
I'm trying to picture Talent being a teacher, and then he,
oh my God,
and then he said it. Nah. He be teaching me. He be dropping gems.
Nah, he's a good mentor.
That's a fact.
I feel like I've heard that about your dad. Yeah.
So the best advice he's ever given me, 2 of the best advice he's ever given me, he told me to slow down, and he told me to be dynamic with my voice.
Okay.
Those 2 things.
Yeah, because your father uses his voice as an instrument.
He
does mad different octaves.
When you watch my dad perform, that's a whole play.
Yeah.
That's his shit. It's like he's doing every character voice. He's going here, there. It's just like,
When he said slow down, like when you're speaking on stage?
Yeah, just literally.
That's what I need to do as well.
Because literally, I used to just be on stage and I would just like
run through the shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's one thing that I feel like I've learned in like the last 3 years of just living in like the city and getting up more and just like,
it comes with being more comfortable on stage. The more comfortable you feel, you feel like it's on your
I feel like one reason I never jumped into comedy, part of why I admire you doing it so much is because like we talked about before, like I've seen so many of those things from so early. Like you know what your dad's doing. You know all of those inflictions. You see him put shit together and all of that. I think so much of like the general consumer, they're not aware of that. They just know what they think is funny and what they don't. They don't know the science behind what's making them laugh.
Yeah.
So when you see how people break down and criticize, and I feel like this about a lot of just forms of entertainment, but in comedy, since that's what we hear about, yeah, like I don't like when somebody be like, yo, this person's horrible or whatever. And it's like, I know technically why that person is great. You know what I mean? It's always just kind of like fuck me up because like, why would I try that? Because it's one of the harder things to do too. The amount of sets you have to do, the amount you have to do it at night, in a week, the lack of pay from it. You know, it's a very thankless job. It ain't fly. You know what I'm saying? Until like, everybody's idea of a comic on like the lowest level is like SNL. Like for certain.
Just the amount of failure you gotta face.
Yeah.
Up top.
It's not
like
for
those
soft
first
people.
4 or 5 years, like a 3. You know, some people are gifted; they pick it up. You know, you got your prodigies, people that figure it out faster than others. But
yeah, like me. Thank you.
I'm
not gonna hold you.
Get your shit off.
Tell us about her story.
I wasn't funniest in high school. Bitch been funny. You heard?
Get your story off.
I was shocked when they voted me. I'm just like, I didn't even know y'all niggas knew my name. Like no one like fucked with me in high school. So I was very shocked.
Most funniest?
Oh wow.
Yeah, in high school.
I love that. Okay, so tell us how the first open mic night went. How'd you end up there? Like,
so I had my heart broken for the first time.
Oh wow.
I was upset, and I was like, I don't know. For some reason, I was just like, I need to talk about this nigga.
that is fair.
So the first one,
I dig it. I so dig it.
Like somebody needs to hear this shit because I'm.
Let me get my shit over.
It's better out the end. You might as well.
So I googled. First of all, I googled comedy classes. I was mad pussy. Like I was so scared to get on stage. My first time public speaking, I vomited. So I don't. For me to be on So for me to be on tour with D-Ray right now is unreal. Like
shout out to that.
Yeah, thank you. I fly out on Thursday.
Nice. Yeah. So started the tour.
Life flex.
No.
Life flex.
Right, like shit. Go ahead.
I want to let you finish the story.
Yeah.
You dropped in so much.
We'll get into
that.
That's how my brain be working. My brain be just all over the fucking place. So I Googled comedy classes, and then I was like, let me try if there's any open mics around here. And at the time, I was working at Showtime Networks. That's on 50th and Broadway. And the closest one was Broadway Comedy Club, because that's on 54th and 9th or some shit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I Googled that, and I went, and it was $5. I was like, all right, let me pay my little $5. And I got on stage, and I was talking about how his mother can't cook. I was first of all. I had to. Because the whole 2 years that we was together, I was dying. Like
eating garbage.
I had to pre-eat. I had to pre-eat before I went to his house.
That's
He's like, my mother wants you to come over for Sunday dinner. I'm like, all right, I have to stop at Wendy's
on
the way.
Like that? Did you was eating
was
before going over there to pretend you was eating?
Pre-eat is crazy.
You couldn't tell him that? You think you couldn't tell him that?
I've never heard those words together.
Can't cook. You can't tell a black man. Are you insane? And you love him?
Down. My mom's throw down though.
So you can't relate. You don't understand his pain.
You cannot say that to somebody.
You can't understand. You don't understand this man's pain. His mother can't. And the thing is, like, it was, oh God, he was living a lie.
His pain is crazy.
He thought the food was good.
That's the thing. He didn't know no better. He didn't know no better.
Honestly, it sounds like you can't even blame this nigga for being a bad person.
I know. Look where he came from. Right. Look who raised him. Exactly.
You don't got no vitamins in you. Right?
Behind every Asian man is an Asian mama. That's a fact.
That's fact. That's factual.
That's a fact.
What's that nigga name?
You can't give him clout for starting your career.
Hell nah. He ain't start shit.
He ain't start shit.
He started shit.
He inspired her to show that she was better than that nigga.
Exactly.
Right. Let's praise her like that.
Now he's a fan.
But how did it go? How did the crowd respond to the set?
And they responded well, and that's why it was such a high, because I was like, oh shit.
You remember the joke?
Not really. Well, I talked about pre-eating, but I don't remember the exact joke. But it was so long ago and I was so scared.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's a parallel between, I think, all of the guests that we've had on here when we talk about their first time. Well, the ones who had a really good first time, they describe it as like a high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yo, I think I could really do this shit.
Mm-hmm. It was like it clicked.
Yeah. Then you immediately like jumped into the scene, or was it like kind of like a little bit of
immediately? I had to keep. I'm like, this is what it is.
So off that first open mic night, you said I'm fucking quitting my job.
No, it took me a year to quit Showtime. Okay. Yeah, I had to stack my bread a little bit.
Okay.
And then I also took bartending classes. I'm like, I'm gonna need to do something to eat. I'm not gonna be getting bread off comedy for a while. Right. I had to mentally prepare and financially prepare for that. So I put myself through bartending school. It was only $400.
Yeah, I do that now.
Yeah, bartending,
because it's one of those hustles where if you know how that go, you know the right spots, and you can make a lot of bread.
Yeah, I bartended for 7 years. The thing is, as a comic, it's hard to make money as a bartender because the nights because Friday and Saturday nights, like spots. Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights that the bar is popping, I'm on stage. Yeah, right. So I'm working Sunday through Wednesday.
That's why I had to leave Caroline's, bro.
That's why
That's when you making money
before they shut down.
No, I was working there when the pandemic hit, but I came back to help out. You know what I mean?
I'd seen you with time or two during
because like the manager's like, yo, can you just help out, do spot days and shit. But I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get out of here. These are the hot nights.
Yeah, I bartended for 7 years. I just stopped earlier this year.
Okay. Oh, lit
full-time comedy.
That's good though. Yeah. Full-time comedy now.
No, I'm working foster care now.
Oh, lit.
Yeah, I'm working foster care and still doing comedy.
Okay. Fire. Is there a story behind it? Do you have like any
foster care? Yeah. I mean, not really. I was working at a homeless shelter prior to that, so I have worked in like the city before. But I mean, it was a job that was presented to me. I'm like, hell yeah, I need that steady check.
I dig it for sure. So you was talking about in high school. How you said like niggas didn't fuck with you like that in high school. Like,
no, I mean I had a
not niggas,
core
not
group
like
of friends.
I mean like people.
No. You
said niggas didn't fuck with you, right?
He means the whole race.
I was only gonna ask because again, like I've heard you say before that back then you only had like 2 friends.
I had 2 friends.
Aww.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to get an idea what your vibe is. Yeah, back then.
Yeah, I mean there was a couple people who I fucked with but I mean I didn't have no one asked me to prom.
Really?
No one asked me to prom.
Really? Wow.
I took my sister's cousin. Me and my sister have different fathers.
Was it one of those schools though? Everybody was going. Somebody was asking everybody out. Because I went to all boys high school, so my experience was different.
Everybody was there, boys, girls.
You were just like, did you have like a group of people you knew where everybody had a date and you was like the one without one?
Yeah, everybody had a date. Damn. And I asked my gay best friend, like, would you be my date? He was like, would you go to prom with a bitch? I'm like, no. He's like, no. He was like, I don't like.
Why would he go though? Like, why?
No, he said with me. We went, we would party together at prom, but we didn't go as each other's dates.
Did he have a date?
No.
Nah.
Why? Yeah, right. Like, why are you skipping this little part of the logic here?
I know.
Just go together.
Not even gay niggas wanted me. So there you go.
Oh my god.
Damn. So it wasn't even like a by choice thing. You just feel like, what do you think that was about? Because
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still asking the same question in my adult life because I don't have a man now. So I was like, what's going on?
Sometimes I feel like if you quantify things differently than other kids, like nobody's at that point yet in their life where they trying to figure you out. It's like you kind of immediately fall into a group of people where it makes sense why they want to be around you, or you kind of like.
I mean, I know when I was 16, I wasn't staying in my hometown anymore. I was in Brooklyn at that time. So like I was fucking with like older guys in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like my boyfriend was like, I'm 16, but my boyfriend's like 19. He's about to be 20 in 6 months.
Yeah, 19 isn't bad.
19 not bad.
You was 16, your boyfriend was 19? Mm-hmm. He didn't go to prom with you?
No.
Why?
We broke up right before that.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
You knew what was coming. Like, listen, I don't got corsage.
Yeah.
Nah,
he started fucking with a coworker. He was working at Macy's.
You look like you thinking about this shit right now.
I know, right?
I'm like flashing back.
I'm gonna shout him out.
Hell no, I ain't shouting out nobody. You crazy?
Shouting out now one nigga.
Hey, look, she's still on a nigga date. On a podcast talking about nigga. You like that? The fuck out of here. No, sir. No,
we ain't gonna do that. You're not gonna give him that layup. So what do you think are like some of your strengths as a comic? Like, what do you think makes you, or what do you feel like, if that even matters to you, standing out or whatever, but
I ain't got no fear in my heart.
I like
fuck with that.
That's why you said, like, after the first one, you was like,
I ain't got no fear in my heart. Yeah. Like, bombing, obviously it bothers me, but it's like,
fuck it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. I'm not scared. I'll take that chance.
Yeah.
I'll take that chance.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not bombing, I feel like you're not taking risks.
You're not, right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Fair.
That's a fact.
You said that first set went phenomenal. Mm-hmm. When was the first bomb?
Ooh. Shit, I don't even. My thing is, okay, so a bomb is like when nobody's laughing, right? Like it's complete silence.
All right, to me, I feel like a bomb is like when a few joke like 2 to 3 jokes don't even hit at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's like an awkward, there's an awkward energy. If it's like, it's obvious to everyone in the room.
So there's
like niggas driving by is like, damn, what's going on in there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how bad the energy is. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's a fucking bomb,
this
bro.
shit on?
Yeah, like you feel me? Like that's a. I'm like, is there a language barrier?
Yeah.
Like, wow, okay. I know it's in the Bronx, but damn, I didn't know niggas ain't speak no English in here.
Y'all niggas up?
Yeah, so it's like that. Yeah.
There's a difference between you having, when you have like a set, like set versus bombing. You know what I mean? I don't know.
So bombing to you is a few laughs, but not a whole room.
To me, my rubric, if a couple jokes don't work, I just remember, I'm like, yo.
Was it silent in the room while you throwing your jokes out?
But it's like, yeah, it's like just a sentence that usually works. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like silence. You know
Are you considering complete science? Are you considering complete silence?
Medium laugh is a bomb.
That's what I'm saying.
Or is it just a joke delivering more poorly than expected?
No, he's saying.
You know when it's like a real laugh, and you know when niggas is like laughing to like because they at a comedy show,
and
they feel like that's what you're supposed to do when you're playing this role as an audience member. Because sometimes you can feel that people in the audience, they can. When you're bombing, everybody feels that shit.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Awkward in the room.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
and then there's certain people,
you
know, like just people that have fake laughing conversation. Or just, they do that shit in the audience. They'll just like,
Jimmy Fallon
because I felt like I was supposed to laugh at the end of the sentence.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you could feel that.
It's like you could just feel when it's just not.
Yeah.
When the shit not right, you know you
so
don't kill.
I bomb like that?
If I don't kill, I bomb. That I'll put it that way.
See, with you though, I'm learning to quantify you being in your head too, though. You know what I'm saying? Well, I do too, but it ain't for what you do. So I'm just trying to see how much of it might be like something that.
If I don't do phenomenal, I bomb.
Yeah.
But that's kind of hard.
But we know what a bomb is. A bomb,
right?
Yeah, a bomb.
So I technically I haven't had a bomb. I always get like 1 or 2 genuine laughs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but like a terrible show. I mean, I just had one.
I just mean from the first time. Do you recall?
I don't recall the first.
Exactly. She's fire.
Fire.
She's like,
I've had a couple of not so good situations a few times, but I don't remember the first.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a situation we're not ready for. I feel like, just a certain audience. Sometimes it's just.
Do you feel like as a woman in comedy, you deal with different, like different criticisms, or you have to keep in mind different things? And I think you're kind of in a specific position too, because we did an episode. We brought you up a few weeks ago.
Oh, y'all was talking shit?
Yeah, no, nothing bad.
No.
But we were talking about we had Shane Murphy, Eddie Murphy's daughter here.
Yeah.
And we were saying she was saying how like we were
she
talking about
said
like,
that there's no baddies in comedy.
No baddies in comedy.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think like people that there are.
Why you ain't just say that?
But I think following you, like you have like you balance that dynamic out where it's like you know that you have like you're like traditionally physically attractive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's an element of yourself as a person, you know what I'm saying, that you in your own social media have every right to express however you choose to. But I think that it benefits in some ways, but it could also be detriment just because how the internet functions when you are a woman that looks a certain way in whatever field it is, honestly. Like, has that been something you've had to learn how to coordinate a certain way? Or
Absolutely. First of all, when I first started doing comedy, like guys used to be like, oh, stop wearing heels on stage. Wear like,
really?
Yeah, like you ain't gotta get all dressed up. Just go. I'm like,
because they dress like they're going on.
No, but my thing is like, if it makes like if some people are uncomfortable with the fact that you're
subbing us.
Hit dog holla, honey.
Oh my
god. Just kidding.
Damn, I'm not upset.
Shout out to 888 Madhouse.
Yeah, right.
But, wait, shit, what was I saying?
You were saying that the men, like, they would say,
stop
don't wear heels.
Oh, yeah. And it's just like...
It's just crazy.
You're just being
No, I've had guys tell me, like, yo, you gotta just go up, like, you don't gotta go dressed up all the time. Like, I'm just like, this is how I like to look, though. This is me regular degular. I'm sorry if you're used to whack bitches who don't step out.
That's not your fault.
Yeah, if I was running to the store, this is how I would look. Like, it is what it is.
And what was he wearing? What some niggas was wearing? For real, let's be for real.
Exactly. So... I don't know, but I mean, I will go on. I'm not gonna go on stage like I'm going to the club. I will say that.
Okay.
like, you know, I wear like something like this, like, you know, it's not showing too much cleavage, but it's still showing that I have titties. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm strategic when I'm picking out my outfits for the stage. I do. My thing is when I get on stage, the immediate, I can feel the energy. In a black crowd, a lot of times it's like, who this bitch? Who this? She better be funny.
You see that like before you even start, like just
before I even start. As soon as I step on the stage, it's immediate, and I can feel it. I'm like, all right, so again, I gotta. Not only do I gotta prove myself, like I already started off with them like, let me see if she's gonna be funny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they already have this block up. Versus like, oh, let me see what she has to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has like a negative.
Urban rooms are good for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they make you work
Absolutely.
for that.
Salsa con Fuego is a big one for that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Because you know my pops host that room, and I talk about it all the time. Like because it's on
room.
Fordham Road.
Fully traumatized.
Yeah. And he like be fighting the stage. He be cursing niggas down in the crowd all the time. He comfortable.
Like, hey yo, what the fuck? Yo, shut the fuck up. What's up? What the fuck? He said, this shit more fun over here. This shit more fun over here.
He said, this was Caroline's. Y'all pay $60 to get through the door. That's how he used to talk to me. Like,
nah, but he had me dying when he was hosting my pops, me and my pops, and Isaiah and Gerald. Yeah. He was like, what the fuck, yo, these niggas is playing cards right here. Like, yo. I'm like, yo.
That's so, I cannot. That's so ghetto.
Black people are the hardest to please, man, I tell you.
You know the best crowd I ever had when I was doing Rikers? When I was doing Rikers Island, I did Rikers for 2 years. That was the best crowd.
You did it for 2 years? Mm-hmm. How many times did you go?
Twice a week.
Twice a week?
Yeah.
For 2 years straight? Mm-hmm. Whoa. So it's like a program or something like that? Oh, wow.
They had...
that's just an audience that you know they're going to appreciate it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. That's kind of where I think a lot of the frustration come from, man. You deal with them urban... It's like, yo, you can't even get this shit out here. You know what I mean? You get like Damon Wayans on Fordham Road and niggas act like, yo, that ain't funny enough. And it's like, bro, what else would you have done tonight?
Yes.
On Tuesday.
They was acting crazy for Damon?
No, but like nothing. Like everybody, because it's a little bit more than I think they're used to up there having to pay for a night, middle of the week, they kind of feel like Kev's supposed to come out end of the night and like have fire coming out on stage. People just don't quantify what they deserve for what they putting in from certain spaces. And I kind of feel for that because niggas don't know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you do this, you do know because you've had to build your, your acumen in business and such. So it's like, what is this? And that's been a thing for him over there. I think that's why he gets so tight at the crowd because you get certain acts. You get Tiffany Haddish and them to come over there and the crowd act like that. They're not coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Fordham?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a fact.
Type shit.
Wait, so talk to me about the Rikers thing. How did you get that?
Yeah.
What is it? It's a program where you were able to perform two times a week.
Yeah, so Ray DeJean was the one that put me onto that.
Shout out Ray. He do everything. He put together all kinds of shit.
Shout out to 275 Park Avenue.
Yeah.
Dope room.
Great spot. Yeah.
So he was the one that put me onto the program. And it was other comedians. It was like 6 of us, but I was the only female.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was lit. You know what I'm saying? I would go in there and see a couple niggas I used to fuck with in the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's up, yo? You want to drop some names?
Why you always keep shouting at
Are you dead?
Yes.
That's so interesting.
This is why you ain't
Would they say hey?
Why you didn't call?
I heard you.
Gotta drop some names.
God.
No, that's fire, though.
That's dope.
Yo, that's so funny, son.
Was your spirit happy after you did that? Because you feel like you were doing something for the community?
Yeah, I've had people. I had people like send me angry DMs when I was doing it. Like, oh, you in there making rapists and murderers laugh. I'm like,
wow.
There's some good people in there too. I'm not worried about them. There's rapists and murderers at the regular comedy club.
Hell yeah.
Right,
And they still free.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Some niggas getting rehabilitated.
Right.
Don't get their shit off.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
No, that's fly as hell.
Can you talk about your... My fault.
No, go right ahead.
You had something to bounce off that?
No, I was just going to come up with something. Go ahead.
Okay. Can you talk about your experience on the BET reality TV show?
Oh, yeah.
You say you didn't...
Oh, yeah,
You say you wanted to move away from that, but like, how do you feel like that... Did that like boost your career in any way?
It definitely gave me my first big platform.
Okay.
I'll say that.
What's the name of the show?
It was Hustle in Brooklyn on
Hustle in
BET.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was 1 season, 10 episodes. I made it to every episode, so that was cool. But yeah, no, it's not for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm a fan of watching reality TV. It's a guilty pleasure, but actually, nah.
You feel like they was pushing the drama in there?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just want to be funny. You just want
like I'm not in the mix.
Where do you think that comes from? Because you say you're not in a rush to do movies, you're not in a rush for TV, you're not impressed by
No, not that I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush for the wrong role or the wrong.
Right.
Yeah. Because as a black woman, I don't want to get stuck in reality TV. It's very easy to get stuck in that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So I don't want to just take an opportunity because it's there. I'll wait for as long as it takes because the longevity after that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. Long game.
Rather than being like a caricature of yourself.
Yeah, like it's very hard to break away from that.
Yeah.
You know, Cardi B was able to do that, but she's in music, in comedy, but it's also music though. In comedy, it's very easy for them to just see you as one thing and for you not to be able to. They don't allow you to
rebrand.
So
you get stuck.
I didn't want to get stuck in that. I never seen someone go from loving hip hop to winning an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Or an Emmy or anything. I've seen
it's crazy because people like K. Michelle is fire.
Yeah, but again, they're music though. So it's like, and that, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that show in particular. It's just the one that came to
No, but I think good example because like to your point, like K. Michelle I think is amazing. But she doesn't perform well as far as like critically. And people actually consuming like in she's great.
If she's on TV, she'll get the ratings.
They know the fighting. They know the throwing the drinks.
I didn't want that. I didn't want for the drama to overshadow my talent. That's
dope that you saw that because I think the reason that you see so many people take that path because everybody feels like they're the ones that could change it without any plan or like any specific other talent.
It's a formula that's been working since Real World.
Right.
Yeah.
This is you know what I'm saying. It's a formula. You're not gonna be the one to change the formula, my guy. So I'm not fiending, but I am praying for an opportunity. Yeah. So I wouldn't say I'm not in a rush. I'm just not fiending to take just anything.
Yeah. Right.
Well, personally, I mean, in the time that I've been watching you do your thing, I think that you're definitely on the level of like the peers that I consider you with, which is like the Nikos and the Alex Babbitts and the Phil Hunts and such, which I think is some of the best coming out of the city. You know, I mean, I think it's just always a matter of comedy's such a weird thing because I know people who have done so many shows, been in specials, had Netflix, TV shows, and then, you know, the way that people traditionally view celebrity, it's like each move leads to like something monetary, whether people see it or not, and then these people are doing better and better like financially, like through time. I feel like in comedy, you rack up these credits for years, and it's so much grinding and hustling.
And you still don't get famous. You can have been on so much.
Yeah, and it's like when people don't perceive your success, and I know I keep going back to people, and it's not that I like even personally hatch so much on people, but it's a real thing that when you're doing things in a world of consumers that affects you. You know what I mean? Like, it affects your bottom line. And I feel like when people, you know what I'm saying, like when they don't know how much you're putting in, but like you have all these credits, you've worked with some of the biggest people and shit, keeping yourself going is gotta be hard as fuck. You know what y'all do. 7 years in, what do you think keeps you going?
Well, I mean, we might as well say 8 because I guess it's
8. You right. I
mean,
disrespect you. My fault.
No, it's okay because next week is 8. But I'm sorry. What was the question?
Like, what do you think keeps you going now? Like, what do you think still pushes you?
My thing is, I would be going this hard even if I was doing it for free because this is what I love. So whether I'm getting paid is just a bonus. It's just a bonus.
Right. Oh, I love that.
Like this feeds my soul. Like I said, it's a part of my mental health. Like without it, I don't even want to envision what I would be without it. You know what I'm saying? I would be a shell of myself.
Yeah.
So regardless of I'm getting paid or not, I would be doing it. So
like it feeds your spirit. Yeah, I so understand that.
I hate the women in comedy question too because I feel like women are humans and you know we get.
I always get questions because you have a vagina. Let's ask you this.
Right. It is different though.
It's absolutely different. That's why I don't mind answering.
But it also sucks that like that has to be a thing because we are humans. Like you know, but do you feel like it's been harder for you, or like do you feel like men coming up to you unsolicited advice based on like your stand-up, like you getting up on stage? Do you feel like it was harder?
I know it's disgusting.
Men are
just being
God bless y'all, but
in a male-dominated industry. Men are horny, disgusting bastards.
That too, yes. But I also feel like men sometimes look at us as we're like lower tier.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked what I asked earlier, because I do know that that's a dynamic that exists, you know what I mean? But I also don't want to lean on it to the point where it sounds like the conversation is completely framed around that, because like you being as great as you are has nothing to do with you being a woman. That's why even when I brought up peers, I brought up all male comics that I just genuinely appreciate, because they're comics I appreciate. You don't remember me, but I met you mad times. I met you at SNL.
Oh my God.
You don't really remember.
It'd be like that. No, you shouldn't.
I be feeling bad.
No, you should, because I
remember me? Like,
it's always been in environments like during the show, after the show. I'm showing love to somebody else, so I know how it goes.
Yeah,
right. But
that's why he's trying to end the pod. You know what I mean?
I'm done. No. But like my thought just be, you know, like these are things that exist. It's a play you actually have to deal with, and I think that there has to be a space to be able to discuss it comfortably with anybody who's willing, you know, to kind of like have the conversation and kind of come to an understanding about what that may be or like ways around that. Because there's other women in comedy or pursuing things in entertainment that may need them gems or need to know how to move in that. And there's a lot of discussing niggas. Like I'm like the shorty I'm with, I plan on like being with forever. You know what I mean? So every time she leaves the house, I worry about a lot of shit because I know how niggas are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? However, that doesn't mean that her experience is something that I don't want to, you know, get into with her. You know what I mean? You know what that's like? Yeah. So I just, you know, it got to be talked about. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? I don't think that we could ever have full equality in any system without conversing about why that shit ain't there now. You know?
Yeah, no, it's disgusting.
Yeah, get into it.
No, God, girl, do I have to?
Right. I mean, it's traumatizing now.
Nah.
Is it like you don't have to get it? I don't even want to make you like have to.
No, it's alright. I mean, you got the slime walls that like want to have sex with you and stuff like that. You just gotta just stand on your own.
It'd be like promoters and shit.
Maybe promoters, bookers, comics, all type of shit. Like,
And presentation is probably like business first. Like it's always. I feel like niggas always know how to like present something. Like it's gonna be a come up. It's gonna be like, just you know, we think you good.
Yeah, like always do
it. Then when you get there, it's like, yo, so just
what the
know.
fuck?
Yeah, like I want to book you on this show. We could talk about it in Cancun in the bikini.
Yeah. Right.
Anybody ever hit you with the you trying to write together?
Oh yeah.
That's the thing.
Love that.
Is that a thing? What happens?
I've heard that's the move.
That's the move.
Break the game down.
You trying to like write together?
Yeah, write together.
You ever hear like people try to like, oh, you should say this?
All the time.
It happens to me, so I know it's definitely happened to.
Do people? They do it. So men do it to you too, though?
Yeah. Like sometimes a comic will be like, yo, I think like this would be a dope tag for your joke.
Well, I mean, that's a little different.
That's different.
Yeah, I don't mind that. If it's a comic that I respect.
Yeah.
But if it's like somebody, I'm like, nigga, work on your shit.
Yeah.
Like actually.
Sometimes it'd be somebody that I don't even think is funny. That's when it's
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like if it's somebody I'm like, work on your
Yeah.
shit before you worry about mine.
People look at, I think anything that you do with like arts, people look at like they could do it too.
Oh,
if you were like a brain surgeon or something, ain't nobody gonna tell you how to touch that shit. Ain't nobody gonna tell you how to like open that heart up. Because they just know they can't do it. When people see you like even this music, like they just think you rhyming words. If you on stage, they just think you making people laugh. Like they don't give it that same appreciation. Niggas will go into a room.
Tell me a joke.
Niggas will go into a multi-million-dollar like art gallery and just see all the shiny suits and shit and look at like what look like a baby scribble something on the wall and act like they understand it. Niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just act like they in, you know, it's art, of course, but it's just weird how that works with people. It's just pretentious.
Right.
But that's a little different, though, I think. Because that shit you talking about, like, it's kind of like mansplaining is more what y'all talking about, right?
Yes, that's what I'm, like, trying to get into.
Yeah, I've had people try to...
Do you get that?
Mansplain?
Yeah, because you still, like the field that you worked in is pretty major.
We working.
Your pops being your pops is probably, I would think, shielded you from it a little bit because people probably don't want problems with him, but you got to deal with what you deal with in the workplace regardless.
Yes, I hate when a nigga try to tell me what to do, especially if I know I'm more qualified than them.
Yeah.
Don't get away from me.
Yeah.
Does delivery matter to you? Do you feel like you could tell when it's because you're a woman or when it's just somebody you probably just don't know?
I can always tell. The tone is different.
I've gotten paid less than men for shows too.
Yeah. I can imagine, which is whack.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you got your $400, right?" I'm like, "I got my $20. What you mean $400? What?"
Well, that can't be a real situation.
Sick. Yeah, I've gotten.
You ain't get 20 instead of 400.
No. I was exaggerating, but I've gotten half. I've gotten like 2 out of, and they got everybody on the line. I got 4.
Yeah.
That's what
Reggie Cush owed TK TK Kirkland owed Reggie Cush like $100 still.
Wait, what?
Like 3 years. TK Kirkland owed Reggie Cush $100.
He won't let it go. He came on here and talked about it.
And Reggie one time went over his time before on the show, and then when he got off stage, TK was like, "Yo, you can't do that, young blood." And Reggie was like, "Damn, I can't ask for my $100." So TK still on me on it. It's happening.
Thugged them.
I'd have like, I'm sorry, but yeah, about the $100.
I'm sorry.
My bad, I won't do
I'm sorry.
My apologies. Moving forward.
But no, that's what. I mean, they talk about women in pay and everything. Like a lot of it should be across the board. You know, it's just there's parallels to it.
Because this is still our work.
Yeah.
So it's still we just don't have HR, which sucks.
Right. If not exactly the same, the parallels just go across everything.
No, yeah.
HR and comedy, a lot of niggas is getting suspended.
What you mean?
Just
anything, everything.
Chris D'Elia's type shit.
I ain't even get. I'm just talking about just the average.
He looked like it though.
Comedian. No.
He was on You playing that same character.
Yeah, I was
nuts.
just thinking that.
You want to talk about Hasan stuff? I'll let you get into it because you know.
Did you hear about that in the news? Hasan Minhaj.
Yeah. What was it again? That he got caught lying to his bitch.
So there was the new
got caught lying to his bitch.
His
crazy.
bitch.
Wait, who was he lying to? That why he
was at a comedy show lying.
He's lying to the world.
So the New Yorker did a profile on him where they interviewed him, and he pretty much just told them that like some of his bits they were just not completely true. So they kind of like fact checked him and stuff on like certain bits and like
what?
So he had on his Netflix special, he has a joke where he talks about how when he was in high school, his prom date, she told him no because her parents said that they didn't want to. They take pictures and they don't want the family to see her in pictures with. It's a white girl. Oh, okay. Doesn't want to see him in pictures with an Indian guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So he kind of replied to it. He did a whole YouTube video, like a 20-minute video, just replying to like, just giving his response to each joke. So that one.
Wait, I'm confused. So the girl wasn't from a racist family.
He just lied about the story in general.
According to him, that part is true.
Okay.
So she ended up marrying an Indian guy later in her life, but
so he was the Indian. He was the single Indian everyone hated.
Yeah, and he's showing like old emails and stuff confirming things like. But like
when he told the joke,
I'm just a little confused because just now when I was like, $400, $20, it was just a joke. Like it wasn't actual figures. Right.
Oh no,
to what degree was he lying?
That's different. That's a joke.
Yeah, it was based on. I really was paid less, but I exaggerated the numbers for the sake of the joke. So
but I think his thing is he lied about the racism part, so people were like affected by what he's. That's like you lying about numbers is nothing crazy.
He lied about the setup.
Yeah, he lied about the setup.
Not the punchline. Lead into like sentimental value though, because I think that's a big part of it. Like if Dave lied about that story he told about like his trans friend, like the lady who passed, that would probably hit a lot of people hard if he lied about that.
Right. So something like that I can understand.
Yeah, but when Kevin Hart, I think it was Grown Little Man, when he was running, he thought the gorilla broke out and he said he like ran away and then he threw his baby.
Obviously, that's not real. Right, exactly.
Yeah. But I mean, but how do you gauge it? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think in comedy, the only reason I even bring that up is because I think that's one of like the hardest things in comedy that I think comics, and y'all tell me, y'all could be wrong, deal with these days, because people constantly change what the parameter is for what's acceptable and what's not. And with jokes, it's like it's jokes.
Yeah, that's a thing.
You know what I mean? John Wick killed 3,000 niggas in 6 years.
Yeah.
Nobody give a fuck. Say one
because white people
like
love
30
dogs.
people. It was like who made him?
Right. I mean, for the sake of a joke, you're always gonna there's always gonna be some
fabrication.
Sort of but my bits are always based on real shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's your art. I feel like you should be able to, if you know how to expand on it and make it greater, make it stand, make it more colorful. You know what I'm saying? It's like how am I supposed to like cater to the idea of what's legitimate to a bunch of people that don't do what I do?
Yeah.
Right.
So Hasan, he got a story that he did in one of his specials where it's like he tells a story about somebody sending him like a fake anthrax. He opened it. It got on his daughter. He ends up at the hospital. It's this whole
and
long
then that
thing.
Happened. Yeah, that's what it is.
He says somebody did send him fake anthrax,
but it didn't get on his daughter.
That's true. But the rest of it, it's like it's based in emotional truth.
Oh yeah, he's blaming.
That's his pretty much like.
Wait, someone. All right, but the anthrax, he could have. I don't know. There's a joke in there that he didn't have to take in his daughter. Like,
yeah.
That's when it's like you're pulling on the wrong heartstrings now. It's just like, why are you bringing like...
That's why niggas just need to sometimes just shut the fuck up. Because people will forget. People stop caring. It's like you give this extra information while it's still relevant. People will still credit. They'll like pick it apart more.
Right? And he brought it back up again.
I also feel...
That's what I'm saying. We talked about this before. We wasn't even going to talk about it on the pod. This nigga came back up.
He's like...
But I also feel like that may be like a lack of like... I don't know. But my thing is like you should be able to see the humor in the situation. Like... The anthrax coming in the envelope, I could think of 10 things I would write about. You know what I'm saying? I don't even got to bring the little girl into it because that in itself has humor in it. So if you fail to see the humor in the situation, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that kind of speaks to his level of like talent, like being able to write or even like see the gold in what's right in front of him. You feel me? I mean, I don't know him. I don't know.
It's almost like you clickbaiting your joke a little bit in a way.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
That's him.
If you're not lying for the funny part,
right?
If anything, lie to make it funnier.
That is good.
Not for the
like the punchline can be
part. That's weird. That's weird. Like,
even then, it's kind of hard because there's so much setup where you try to develop connection. You saw Sam J's. I watched it, the HBO joint. Remember you was talking about?
Yeah, I seen it too.
And did you see the part where she was talking about? She was using the word midget like mad times.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I even remember thinking before she got to like the punchline, like, yo, I wonder, she gotta know. You've been looking at the cameras when I say it, like, oh, nigga saying midget. Like, you know what I mean? But she broke it down in such a real way. It's like, oh, y'all people offended. Y'all ain't think about a midget one time today. Y'all ain't never walked through a door and wonder why this doggy doors ain't no midget doors. Y'all watching midget struggle. Y'all don't even help the nigga. Y'all just want to see how you gonna figure it out. But I'm just saying, that's real shit. And like, you should be able, once you put it in a lens like that, I think it's the way that you're shaping it. It's the clear intelligence and the sharp wit that goes into it that earns the respect.
Right.
And I feel like some people ain't funny to me, but they be doing the same thing, and I don't want to kill that.
Well, now, I think we can do the Mount Rushmore.
Okay. You want to intro that in, bro?
You want to intro it again? Rushing off the fucking show?
Yo, so we do this thing every week, right? With every guest, but we ask them who their top 4 is, comedically, who is your biggest inspirations in the world of comedy, just personally, no pressure. You don't got to, like, consider who people may consider technically better, just who inspired you and puts that battery in your back.
I don't even think you got to be inspired. Just your favorite 4.
Yeah, your favorites,
Or,
you know
I mean, they'll be my favorites.
That's the same thing, though. Your favorite going to inspire you.
Right, because the people that I'm about to mention is because I learn from them every time I see them. If I can't learn from you, I can't really claim you to be my favorite of anything, because I want to be able to grow every time I view your art. But I would definitely say some more, like off rip.
Bang.
I have to, because she is the one that like showed me you can be sexy and funny at the same time. You don't have to choose, and one doesn't have to outshine the other. It can be simultaneously, and whoever's uncomfortable, fuck it, they can suck a dick. Like she, you know what I'm saying? From the 90s, she was doing that. She really showed me. So like when people used to be like, oh, you know, dress less like that. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. Right? You know what I'm saying?
She's still mean too. You just put something
she's fucking gorgeous still.
Oh yeah.
So definitely some more. And when I met her, I cried.
Oh wow!
And she gave me a rose, and I still have it. I have it in my old joke book. I opened it, a rose from some more.
That's fire.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Better laminate it or something.
Yeah, I need to.
Whatever you could
for
do.
Real. But some more, and then I would say, oh God.
All ladies?
No. Only have one other woman I would say.
Who would that be though?
Sarah Silverman.
Ooh, who somebody threw her out there as an
I've been hearing. I've heard this name
they gonna
so
get mad
many times
when
this
we say
week.
white people.
Really?
They get mad when you say white women.
No.
You said Michelle Wolf before. Is she black?
She's light skinned, man.
She's white. I sent y'all the thing.
She's white, right?
I
thought she was white, but they was playing it with like she might be.
No, she's a white woman.
Yeah, I thought she was. I've met her, but I thought that they was playing it like she might have been mixed or something. So I just didn't want to be.
It's the hair, I think. It's the
color
hair.
Yeah. All gingers a little black.
Then y'all made me start seeing it. I was like, maybe.
So Sarah Silverman.
More.
Sarah Silverman's interesting.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
I love her.
Would it help if we gave us our?
No. Because I have.
I want to hear why Sarah Silverman too, but I want you to think. Yeah.
I'll definitely put Bill Burr up there too.
Billy Boy.
That's his.
It's a guy.
That's one of the ghosts for sure.
And I love. Oh man, it's only 4.
Only 4. Yeah, I
you
know.
got honorable
right?
mention too.
I'm gonna say Dave Chapelle and then Cat Williams.
Honorable.
Yeah, honorable would have to be Cat.
Okay. That's good.
You have a flick with Dave on your gram too. Was that a big deal?
Sorry?
You have a picture with
Yeah, I
do. Was that a big deal for you?
Yes.
What's the story behind that?
Yeah, what's the story?
That was the night of my audition at the Stand, and I passed that night. And
did he get a chance to see you?
I don't think so. When I went upstairs,
this nigga smoking a cigarette somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I hope so. That would be, but I don't know. But I went upstairs, and then the manager was like, "Oh, you want to go downstairs in the green room?" I'm like, "All right." Went downstairs, and I was in there with him and his family. I was just chilling. It was lit. It was very intimate. It was just his wife and their children and like 2 other people. And I was just like, and then I'm like, all right, well, thank you for like allowing me to breathe the same air as you. Have a good night.
Your cigarette smoke.
Did you feel any like pressure to perform anything? Or, like,
no, cause I don't think he was in the room. Or if he was, I blocked him out. Cause when I get on stage, I don't really see nobody.
Yeah.
I don't see nobody.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I don't really see I'm not worried about what's going on out there.
That's a dope list. Can you run us through the 4 one more time? Just so we have it clear.
Oh, okay. So it was Samoa, Sarah Silverman, Bill Burr, and Dave Chappelle.
Honorable Cat.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Before we end, what else you got going on? Anything you want to shout out?
Yeah. So I'm currently on tour with D-Ray. It's so weird because I don't even know if I'm on tour with him. Like, we've done 20 shows together on his tour, and I'm about to do 5 more. So it's about to be like 25 so far. But it's like, he'll just hit me up like, "Oh, you free this weekend? I'm going to fly you out." So I don't know like if I'm going to, what cities I'm going to be at. Because people are like, "Oh, you on tour? What cities you going to be on?"
I'm about to ask.
I'm like, I don't know. It's whenever my phone rings.
Okay.
Right. Exactly.
Spot dates.
So I'm in St. Louis next week. I'm going to be opening for Janelle James.
Oh, fire.
Oh, fire.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's Abbott?
Yeah, the principal from Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
My girl loves her.
Yeah.
You like the show?
Yeah, so it's gonna be lit. I've never been to St. Louis before, so
definitely need you. Yeah.
What's your overall like? What do you want out of this?
What I want out of comedy?
What you want? What's your ideal just lifestyle?
Like, what's the
my ideal goal? All right, so I don't know. Like the long run, I know it's gonna sound crazy.
Dream big.
But I like my ultimate goal. I want to be assassinated. And when I say that,
what is going on? That took the crazy. That was the craziest turn.
I want to be so big that somebody wants to
I want to be JFK.
No, I know. Let me explain. I know it sounds nuts.
Are you gonna become an activist?
No. I'm just saying because people who get like assassinated, they do shit to change the world.
Like you know
what I'm saying? Like no one's trying to assassinate.
That's why I said activist. Like you trying to like shake some.
In some shape or form, I do want to.
Trying to shake some shit up.
I want for everyone to be like, "Yo, we gotta get rid of this bitch."
She's talking too much truth.
Niggas is laughing in the Middle East. They not fighting no more because Eva Evans went over there. Nah.
That's funny.
Oh no, we gotta get rid of this bitch. She
That's
you know what I'm saying? I want to see on some shit like that.
You gotta
like
go out fly though.
Yeah, I gotta go out. My hair gonna be done. My nails.
Abraham Lincoln was killed at the theater. JFK was rolling with the roof.
You trying to go out like Selena?
I'm trying to go out on some fly shit, like smoking a spliff, getting head, driving.
Okay, Remy Ma.
You gotta be like that.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to set it up.
Yeah. On the FDR, wow.
You gotta set it up.
Yeah.
You go stupid.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy.
God forbid. But
let's throw that out there.
Shout out your social media. Where can they find you?
Yeah.
I'm on the gram. I mean, I'm on the other shit, but mostly I'm on the gram.
I love it.
I'm mostly on the gram at Eva Evans Comedy, EVA&S Comedy, Eva Evans Comedy. That's and then Twitter and TikTok, that's the same shit. But I don't really be on the other shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every day I do check my gram every day.
Did you have fun?
I did have fun.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
Really appreciate it.
I had a really good time. Sure. How often y'all do this? Every day?
No.
I don't know. She lives in LA, so whenever she's in town, we try to knock out a few.
Nice.
Yeah. She was supposed to leave actually last week, but then she ended up staying. And we were trying to find a guest, and we had talked about you before, so you were like one of the first ones we brought up.
Yay.
Yeah.
You're the first
female.
I know I'm back here tonight. I know.
Not the first lady, but the first lady comedian that we've interviewed.
Okay.
And it felt like the right one.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm
thank you. I
had a good
appreciate
time,
that.
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you. I had a good time. Have me back anytime, y'all.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
anytime. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime. You have anything good going on, come back.
Yeah.
We're going to tag you when we put up that clip.
We got to get you back before you get shot.
Oh, my God.
Talk about that.
Thanks for listening. This was a fun episode.